Very good afternoon to all of you. My name is Mihir Mehta and I am the co-founder of Green Pyramid Biotech Private Limited. Green Pyramid Biotech is the first and the only company in India who has a dedicated R&D and product design development unit using one formulation using a biomolecule known as sophrolipids. The sophrolipid is a glycolipid molecule and it has got applications in food, drug delivery systems, in pharmaceuticals and as well as cosmetics. Before I begin, I would like to ask all of you one question. The fruits and vegetables that we all eat every day, how many of you think that they are absolutely safe to consume? The answer is no, it's absolutely not safe to consume. It is loaded with lots of chemicals, pesticides, toxins, and a lot of other things. This is one study that shows that about brinjal has got 860% of chemicals that is above the legal limit. Look at the figures for rice. It's 13-24% that is above the legal limit, and these are just not my figures. Rat poison in your veggies. Eat that apple at your own risk. Toxic taste. Indian veggies foods remain highly toxic. These are just last 1 or 2 years figures, and these are really alarming. What happens if you consume them? You fall ill, and it's not only 1-2%. 78 million foodborne illnesses are reported each year. These are just figures of India, by the way. Mild symptoms include vomiting, nausea, diarrhea. It starts from that, and then you can go on to get diseases in your nervous system, endocrine system. 5,000 deaths per annum has been reported, and it has been reported that about 20 sets of hand touches your food even before it enters the supermarket. These are alarming figures. Is there a way out to this? The answer is yes. Right now, presenting for the first time, EcoWash is the name of our formulations. We have developed this at National Chemical Laboratory, Pune, and these are some of the variations of formulation. One is the EcoWash bottle that we intend to come out with at the first. Then is the EcoWash wipes, EcoWash sachets and sprays. The EcoWash wipes is a very novel idea. You have got wipes to clean your face. You have nothing for the food that you eat. You have got detergents to wash your clothes, utensils, nothing for the food that you eat. So this is going to do that work. It's very simple. You just have to dip any fruits, any vegetables that you have in our formulation, or you can spray it on them, or you can use wet wipes, rub it, and you would be ensured that you would be protected against microorganisms, dirt, dust, soil, cross-contaminations, etc. It's very easy to use, and these results, which I would be showing in the next slide, we have got within a minute. So we have been supported, our claim has been supported by our results. This slide over here, we have taken 2 organisms which causes human diseases, Salmonella and E. coli, and Erwinia and Xanthomonas are plant pathogens. The blue bar over there is for the normal organism when it is allowed to grow. But when you use our formulation, within 5 minutes you can see over 90% growth has been inhibited, and after 10 minutes, within 10 minutes, it's about 98% that has been inhibited. The percentage that we used is 0.1%. We intend to use 1% of our formulation. The organisms that we used were used in a Petri plate. Of course, the organisms in the fruits and vegetables are not that high. So certainly we'll be bringing down the time to below 1 or 2 minutes. This is again some of the results for the increased shelf life. You can see tomatoes, lemon, chiku, cucumber within a week. The ones that are washed, the control is the ones that are washed with water. It is completely rotten. Some of them have got fungus. The cucumber is absolutely deteriorated. Whereas if you wash it with our formulation, after 7 days, you can see that it is absolutely fresh. This is again, I had done this experiment to see the amount of pesticides that our formulation is able to remove, and we also kept it for 2 weeks, and you can see that after 2 weeks, rather within 1 week, the ones that were washed with water had already started deteriorating, and 14 days later we saw some maggots that were there in the ones that are washed with water, and the ones that were washed with our formulation, we cut it, we opened, and we ate it. There was nothing in it. What is the USP of our product? I would like to say that our team is the biggest strength that we have. Dr. Asmita Prabhune, who's been a scientist in NCL for 25 years, has worked on this sulforolipid molecule, which is our API. I mean, she has an experience of over 25 years. Then there is Dr. Sunil Bhagwat. He is the HOD of Chemical Technologies Division in ICT Mumbai. There is Mr. Rajesh Mehta, who has been a CEO and MD all his life. And then we have got advisors as well. There are a few products in the market that claim that they remove the pesticides and chemicals, but there is no one who claims that it increases the shelf life. Rather, all of them have facing the problem that it does nothing to the shelf life, but we have proven that it increases the shelf life. For all this properties, we also have a patent that we have filed 2 years ago. The FDA has approved up to 5 ml per kg body weight of the API that we are going to use in our formulation. It does not cause any skin and eye irritation in general. It is absolutely odorless, tasteless. It's not going to hamper the taste of your food. It is non-sticky, non-slimy. And a very important feature is that you do not have to wash your fruits and vegetables again with water after you have washed with the formulation. There are a few in the market that say that you have to rewash it with water. Now, who takes care of that water then? You do not have to do that over here. You can directly consume it because it's 100% eco-friendly. This is the team that I was talking of. We have already received a BIRAC funding of 50 lakhs and we would be housed in Venture Center. Our plan is to go out in the market using distributor, retail chains, online markets, and we also wish to capture the rural market because, as I said, it increases the shelf life. So there is a problem in the storage because about 30 to 40% of the fruits are absolutely wasted in storage because it is infected with pests and other things. Whereas if that's the reason we are planning to target the rural market and also the warehouses. This is the estimated revenue model that I have plotted for the next 10 years. For the first 2 years, which has already started, we would be concentrating on the R&D session of it. And then from third year onwards, our sale would begin. And then you can see that within 5 years, we would be crossing the 10 million rupees mark. And then followed that, we would be making some profit. This is my go-to-market. I have divided my entire business plan in 3 phases. Phase 0 is the current phase. It's the development of POC, any IPs, and regulatory filings like FSSI, FDA, and those things. Phase 1 would be trial marketing, branding, manufacturing of trial quantities, and phase 2 would be mass manufacturing and sale. As I said, we have already received BIRAC funding. So with that, I would be going on for 18 months. Followed with which I would be again looking out for some more funds so that I can get to the market. But if I have got some hand holding from funds like TI, I can finish the phase 0 and the phase 1 within 18 months so that I can I'll be able to go to the market much before that. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Time for questions.
Yeah, my first question is that, so this is all external, right?
Yes.
What happens when pesticides are used for the fruit cultivation or the veggie cultivation? How do we address that?
Yes, like I said, I would just like to tell you one more thing, that the pesticides and the chemicals that they use on the field are not soluble in water. So it stays in the field for a very, very, very long time. So over there also, we are not going to do anything to the pesticides that's already on the field because it is required over there to fight with the pests and all. But once you get it off and before you are distributing it to the normal people, you should treat it with our formulation so that it is devoid of any chemicals. So that is what our plan is.
Okay, so the pesticide content is not entering the fruit, it's not inside the skin.
No,
Is that what you're saying?
Yes, to a very great extent it does not enter the fruit because the pesticide is insoluble in water, and anything that is not soluble in water, it becomes very difficult for them to enter the fruit. There are a few fruits like bananas or grapes maybe, because it has got a little opening on the top. So those things will go in, and there is nothing much that can be done in those kind of fruits.
So what is the cost of your products, right? And also one more question. In the initial, you showed me a page. You said that rice 1000% more and all that stuff. So after using your product, do you have a sheet what percentage it would reduce to?
First, I'll answer your question regarding the cost of it. So the cost that we have calculated is 100 rupees a bottle, which will be of 100 ml. And in that 100 ml, you have to take 10 ml of our formulation and dissolve it in 1 liter of tap water. And in that, about 5 to 7 kgs of fruits and vegetables approximately you would be cleaned. So in that way, 10 ml we'll be able to use 10 ml for cleaning 5 to 6 kgs of fruits, which will be just 10 rupees because of that. And then about 90% of the chemicals has been removed till now, and we are still planning to go above that. So 90% of them has been removed within a minute, 30 seconds or 40 seconds, I would say.
So your focus is for household, or it is because you said that it would be for warehouses and all that stuff, right?
Yes.
Because the reason I'm telling is that household, obviously food is made by parents or your wives. So to buy the stuff itself, this is an extra cost for them, right? So that's why I'm asking, like, your focus is for household, or it is for the storage and the big warehouses?
Currently, we would plan for the household because 100 rupees per bottle, which will go on for 3 months. I think, you use detergents for your clothes and everything else, but this is more important than that, I guess. So 100 rupees in 3 months is absolutely, it is a must for everyone, and everyone knows that it's the food that you eat is not safe. Everyone knows that. There is no solution in the market. There's one, Kent has come out with one ozonized machine. It's very expensive. Only hotels and all can afford that.
And I want to ask, see, you said other products are available, but the main advantage of your product is shelf-life.
Yes, one of the main advantages is shelf-life.
Shelf-life, right? See, the shelf-life advantage will be useful for supermarkets. If they see, and he asked you the question, and you said households are the main target audience. But when it comes to shelf-life, the supermarkets will buy in a bulk, and they'll wash it and keep it in the store, right?
Yes.
So there is no point of buying by households.
No, we are addressing 3 main problems. One is of the chemicals and the pesticides. Second is of the pathogens that are present on them. And the third is that it increases the shelf life. So what can be done is, if suppose fruits and vegetables are bought in the house, you can wash it and then you can keep it. You do not have to keep it in the refrigerator. You can even keep it outside. So in that way, the shelf life is increased over there. The second is specifically for shelf life in supermarkets. If they are going to wash it, they might as well wash it with our formulation, and then their shelf life is also increased. Rather, we are also planning to go to these fruits and vegetable vendors, because they anyway spray water on their hook. So instead of spraying just simple water, which is of course not safe, they can spray this, and the shelf life will also be increased because of that.
Okay.
You also missed the question about the what is the reduced number of pesticides after?
Yeah, I said it's about 90% of the pesticide has been removed. We have shown it using HPLC and UV spec data.
There was a chart which actually showed that.
I think this one.
Audience will take it later, please.
Where all these claims that you're making, is anybody validating them, or just your own claims right now?
Sorry,
The percentages, the numbers that you talked about, Did you go through any individual entity for validation? Or anything?
Right now, we are just validating using National Chemical Laboratory, the instruments of NCL. We are right now in the R&D phase. So later on down the line, when the formulation is absolutely stable and all, we wish to go through third-party agencies.
You're saying we need to use about 10 ml of your
Yes.
solvent for 1 liter of water.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But I agree with his point. If the USP is the shelf life, I think the supermarkets can use it as their own USP, saying that our vegetables or fruits are washed by this liquid.
So that becomes your another revenue stream
Yes,
for that
absolutely.
matter. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So we have a question here.
So your target market is the supermarkets as well as the consumers?
Yes.
What percentage do you think you'll drive revenue if you compare both of them?
If for the consumers, currently we are planning to go out only to the consumers, because we have spoken to a few people in the village and those kind of areas. So we need to still work out on that. So currently we are only concentrating on the consumers and supermarkets.
How are you going to reach the consumers?
To distribution channels.
What distribution channels?
We'll have to do some PR activities. We'll have to go through some distribution channels who are already doing some detergents.
What's the cost of your distribution channel?
It's somewhere around 30 to 40% as of now.
With 30 to 40% of distribution channel, how are you going to make money?
That's the reason I'm here.
I said, how are you going to make money? You're here to take money.
Yeah. So
How are you going to make me money?
what will happen is I have done these. If I can just go beyond and show, can I show some extra slides?
See, you need to be very clear
Sure.
who your target market is,
Yes.
how you're going to reach the target market, what is the cost of it, okay? And then the selling comes second. So your business model, I'm assuming you still don't have clarity on the business model. How you going to make money? You showed the revenue chart. You started to make money in the 5th year, if I'm right.
The third year was.
Third year or fifth, I think not third year.
Third year was the revenue.
Profit after taxes
Yes,
is
yes.
5th year,
Yeah.
you know?
Today, for that matter.
Huh?
It's not 5th year from today. It's 5th year from when they started,
Oh, which is what?
which is when they did the patenting, I guess.
Yeah. It's just 2 years ago.
Okay, that means still have to wait 3 years,
Yes.
right?
Yes. We are somewhere between 2 and 3.
I mean, one of my question was, is the product ready to get into household now?
We just have to get approval from the regulatory authorities, and a little bit of R&D, about 6 months or so is required.
And why that additional R&D?
We are still in checking the stability of the compound. There are different kind of waters that people do: hard water, saline water, soft water. So all those kind of things are still required. We are still in the lab scale part of it, and we still have to go do some upscale studies.
Okay. If you say it's an unstable product, what does that mean for the end user?
Unstable product can be in ways that the entire formulation is completely not soluble. So there's a problem of spreadability. Second is I guess if you use any hard water or something, so those components in the water should not affect the formulation, and it should not reduce its capacity. So those are few things that need to be addressed right now.
Yeah, connected question. Are there similar products in the more Western markets right now? Because when you said the FDA approval for this molecule's usage, is the same molecule being used right now in a similar product?
The molecule is sophorophlipid. It's sugar and fatty acids. So this molecule has never been used for this application. This is the first time that we have used, and our lab in NCL is one of the pioneers in the research for sophrolipids only in India. And no one has used this API for this particular formulation, but similar products are there in the foreign markets, in European and US markets. They are there, and they also have few claims. But again, most of them, what I found is about 80 to 90% of them say that you have to rewash it with water after they have washed it with their formulation. There's one product in India as well, and they also have the same claim that you have to rewash it with water after they have given it a wash with their formulation. So,
No, so why should that be such a big obstacle for competition? I mean, that's okay.
yeah, who's going to make sure that water is safe?
I mean, we are drinking that water, right? So it's mineral water. I mean, if we are drinking it, we can consume it. Yeah.
There's AquaGuard and those kind of things are there. So this is tap. You washed your vegetables in tap water, so that's a little bit of a concern.
Okay.
But what you wash with water probably would not take away what it brings along from the farm, right? Or,
No, which is fair, Rakesh. I'm trying to understand the competition. So, I mean, either there is no competition or competition, as he said, needs water to be, needs additional wash. So, I don't think that's such a big obstacle or a, barrier to entry, right?
Makes sense.
Yeah.
There's another thing that we have taken care of. We remove the pesticides from the fruit, but then we do not throw it in the sink. It's not there up here, but down the line, we are also in the process of developing an enzymatic compound which is going to degrade the chemicals. So after you have given it with a wash, with our formulation, you can put a few drops of it in the bowl in which you have washed it, and then you can drain it off so that it does not go to the ecosystem. So it should not happen that, okay, I am taking care of my fruits, but I am sending it again to the nature. That's down the line, so we are going to take care of that as well.
Okay, so one last question, investors. Well, I cannot stop investors from asking questions though, but still. Any questions this time? Any more questions? Time for the verdict? Okay. On the count, 1, 2, and 3. So I have 2 parts. So you don't have a placard? No, you have a red as well. You're sharing the placard. So I have 2 blues, which are partial. We like to check the. Okay, so we'll check the interest of the 2 investors in terms of the amount and confirm. Any feedbacks for the gentleman?
What's important for you is what the market size. If you have a competition today, how much of market they have. Okay? So your revenue model should also tell us what is the market size that you're trying to address. That's very important. I think most of you guys, especially the startup, the thinking is good, but when you get to the details, when you start poking holes, that's where you need to make sure that you fill the gaps and have the right answers for it. Okay?
Just to reiterate, I think the concept is outstanding, but the monetization model is not coming through clearly today. And as an entrepreneur, that's a very, very important.
It's going to be helpful.
Yeah, because as an investor, the idea is important, no doubt. But at the end of the day, the monetization is what is critical. So I think you need to work on it. I don't think the feedback is it doesn't exist. I think the feedback is you've got to do a little more homework and research so that when you are being asked questions, you are able to answer that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot.
We'll check between the 2 investors if it adds up to 20, right? That's what the whole criteria is, right? So if it adds up to 20, you get it. If it does not, so we'll check with them during the process. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much. Sanjay.